Welcome to Webb City Cardinals Baseball on KNEO 91.7 FM with live audio and video online at kneo.org. This broadcast is a sporting outreach of the KNEO Sports Network. You're now locked into the official pregame show of the Webb City Cardinals. Now let's go to the game site for all the action.
Good afternoon, and coming to you live here from Republic, Missouri. It's the Webb City Cardinals and the Republic Tigers in a COC West Conference matchup as both teams now begin conference play. Webb City here on the road at 8-8, Republic at 10-9. Along with studio producer Luke Taylor back in our KNEO studios, Tim Workman along with Will Hedrick here with you to bring you this afternoon's ball game. And yesterday the Cardinals got their record back to 500 as they shut out the Fort Scott Tigers 7-0. Behind a fast start from the offense and a stellar pitching performance from Tate Lewis. The Cardinals struck for 2 runs in the first, 3 in the second, and 2 more in the fourth as they gathered 11 hits on the day. Mason Young went 3 for 4. Barrett Weller in his first varsity start was 2 for 3. Brock Renfro added 2 hits. Carson Myers scored 3 times as he got on base, as Luke Beverlin led in the RBIs as he drove in 3 runs. The Cardinals did not strike out 1 time on yesterday's ball game. Tate Lewis earned his 3rd consecutive shutout win as he only allowed 4 hits. 1 Tiger runner was all that ever reached third base. 1 strikeout through 6 innings. He opened the 7th inning strong as he struck out the first 2 and then got a fly ball to end the game. Over his last 3 games, he's only allowed 8 hits, walked 2, struck out 17, lowering his ERA to 1.48. We'll talk more about today's game and Cardinal baseball after this 3-minute break as we continue our countdown to first pitch. Sponsored by Burpo Family Chiropractic, Express RX in Webb City, and Who Hot Mongolian Grill. You're listening to Cardinal Pregame here on the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic. Once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
Webb City Cardinal fans, did you know there's a local, knowledgeable, friendly pharmacy conveniently located at 101 West Doherty in Webb City? We are Express RX of Webb City. And the best part is we can save you up to 90% on your prescriptions from the big box stores. We make it so easy to switch. Plus, we offer free convenient services such as free delivery, drive-thru, and free pill packaging. So come by and make the switch today. And go Cardinals!
Every Sunday from 4 p.m. to close, it's Student Night at Who Hot Mongolian Grill in Joplin. Students of any age can bring in your valid student ID and receive 25% off your grill meal. At Who Hot Mongolian Grill, you can always enjoy a vast selection of fresh vegetables, plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Who Hot's mouth-watering signature sauces. Who Hot Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin. More information online at whohot.com.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Body and Soul Transformation, located at 1703 Falcon Suite C in Webb City, is a 10,000 square foot, 24-hour fitness center and specialized personal training facility. They offer a variety of group fitness classes. They now accept silver sneakers and have classes for seniors. They also hold kids and youth events. They have something to offer everyone in the family and even have a kids zone for busy parents. Body and Soul Transformation in Webb City, 417-553-0757 or online at bodysoultransformation.com.
Cure those school night blues and save money at the same time. That's right! Bring the whole family to Who Hot Mongolian Grill in Joplin every Tuesday from 4 p.m. to close, and kids 10 and under eat free with a purchase of an adult grill meal. Enjoy all you can eat on a selection of fresh vegetables plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Who Hot's mouth-watering signature sauces. Who Hot Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin.
And back here in Republic, we continue our countdown to first pitch and get ready for Cardinal baseball as we open up COC West play here this afternoon with the Republic Tigers. Republic has kind of had a Jekyll and Hyde season as they started out winning 7 of their first 9 ball games, but come into tonight losing 7 of their last 10. Their record now standing at 8-9. Webb City has evened out at 8-8 as they've won 7 of their last 9. So kind of a couple of teams maybe playing in a little different direction right now. All time since 2011, the Cardinals were 23-2 over the Tigers, 7-2 when we play at home, 11-0 when we played here in Republic, 5-0 if we meet somewhere other than that. Regular season 19-2, postseason 4-0. The last time we met, Cardinals won 2-1, and in the last 10 games, obviously, we're 10-0 as we have a 12-game winning streak currently. A couple of the extra games that aren't in those totals, though, if you go back to the 05-06 season on our run to our state titles, Republic was always that team that was right there in our way as we got out of districts. And if my memory serves me correctly, we played them both times down here. One was a 3-0 ball game, the other a 2-0 ball game. So some pretty good postseason battles back in the mid-2000s as we get set here for today's ball game. We have Mason Young getting his start this afternoon. See if he can follow up on Tate Lewis's magnificent pitching performance from last night. Some other notes around the horn. Brock Renfro has reached base in every game this season. Somehow base hit or a walk, sometimes being hit by a pitch, but somehow he's always found his way onto the base paths. The 11 hits last night was a season high for the Cardinals. And Andrew Young with 14 leads the Cardinals in stolen bases. They have at least one stolen base in 15 of the 16 games. I believe the only one they didn't accomplish that in maybe was Kickapoo last week. So Cardinals have been playing well of late. We get a chance to step into COC West play as we've virtually played everybody on the east side except Ozark, which they'll be coming up later in the season. As we're here early, we'll also make a note of the next game with Carthage has been moved up a day. With some impending weather coming in on Thursday, that game will now be played tomorrow afternoon, and the game time has also been adjusted to 3:30. So a chance to get off work early, come out to the ballpark, and catch a baseball game. Cardinals then will be home on Saturday, weather permitting, with both Miami, Oklahoma, and Fort Osage in a 3-game Saturday. So lots of baseball here this week. It's bright sunshiny down here in Republic as we still await for the umpires to make their way to home plate and receive the lineups from both coaches. We're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll be back here. You're listening to the Webb City Cardinals and the KNEO Sports Network.
Reeves Tire and Automotive knows cars are how you navigate through your busy lives. Professionals will ensure your car is reliable to get you and your family to your destination. We provide competitive pricing and quality work on tires, wheels, oil changes, brakes, suspensions, alignments, and vehicle maintenance, all necessary to ensure your vehicle is ready to go. Family owned and operated for over 39 years, you will receive friendly, honest service, so get rolling with Reeves Tire in Joplin, Webb City, and Carthage.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
Papa John's Pizza in Webb City can satisfy your hunger cravings before or after the game. Stop by and pick up one of their specialty pizzas, like the Works, the Meats, or the Barbecue Chicken Bacon. Don't forget to grab a side order of breadsticks or Papa's Wings to top off your order. Papa John's Pizza in Webb City, 417-673-7272, or order online at papajohns.com or through the Papa John's app. Go Cardinals!
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City, open daily from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Proud to support the Webb City Cardinals.
So Maggie, just to be clear, this personalized RVest blueprint tells us literally when we can retire with a plan to get there?
Yep.
Whoa, that's
helpful.
Very helpful.
Retirement planning made easy. RVest Wealth Management. Ready to help.
And back here in Republic, we'll get the keys to winning. They're sponsored by Missouri Southern State University. Qualifying first-time freshmen are eligible to receive up to $20,000 in scholarships automatically at Missouri Southern State University. Learn more at mssu.edu/mosomerit and apply today. And with those keys, my partner, Will Hedrick.
Well, we're going to start off kind of with our usual keys, starting on the mound with Mason Young, looking for a good quality start out of him. Don't necessarily need a 7-inning shutout, but you can get semi-deep into the game without giving up any runs or maybe even just one. I think the Cardinals would be in pretty good shape. And then secondly, staying on the defensive side, like to see the Cardinals do what they did last night. A lot of plays made in the field, both running out in the outfield and also scooping up some picks in the dirt, good throws all around the diamond. That's what you need. You need errorless baseball games. That's what you got to do here today.
Mason Young will be making his 5th appearance, his 4th start. He has a 3.06 ERA, has pitched 16 innings with 14 strikeouts. We'll have a moment here. We'll run through the Cardinals starting lineup, and those starting lineups are brought to you by Papa John's Pizza of Webb City and Reeves Tire and Automotive. Leading off today for the Cardinals, center fielder Andrew Young. Batting second in left field, Carson Myers. Batting third, first baseman Brock Renfro. Playing in right field and batting fourth is Luke Beverlin. Doing the pitching and batting fifth is Mason Young. Barrett Weller getting another start today at DH will bat sixth. Hudson Bird will play second and bat seventh. Bryson Bard will do the catching and bat eighth. Shortstop Braden Strickland will bat ninth, and returning to the lineup at third base is Cohen Epler, as he will be hit for by Barrett Weller. We have the lineup here for Republic. We'll go a little quicker here as we're getting ready for the anthem. The shortstop, Ryder Davis, will bat first. Batting second, Brennan Overstreet will play third base. Jackson Overstreet will play right field and bat third. Isaac White, the DH, will bat fourth. Preston McCracken will pitch for the Tigers today and bat fifth. Cooper Pilkington will play second base and bat sixth. Nolan Lashley, the catcher, will bat seventh. Cannon Ellison will play left field and bat eighth. And first baseman Carter Murray will bat ninth, with Mason Fleetwood rounding out the defense in center field. We're going to take a 2-minute break here as we get set for the national anthem. We'll be back with Cardinal Baseball. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
When Jesus was crucified, 2 other men were also crucified. But unlike Jesus, who had done nothing wrong, these 2 were paying for their crimes. One of them made fun of Jesus, but the other man, he believed Jesus Christ was God's son. And Jesus promised that man he'd go to heaven, even though there was no time for him to clean up his act here. How could that be? Billy Graham.
He was saved by the sheer mercy and grace of God, not because he could get down from the cross and live a good life. The Bible teaches that God is a God of mercy, that no matter what sin anybody has ever committed in history, if we truly repent, God will forgive. He has to forgive because his word says so.
No matter what you've done, God will forgive you if you turn your life over to him. Discover how to do that at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association. The news offers regular reminders that there is no peace in this world. But while real peace may not be possible on a global scale, Billy Graham says it is possible within your heart.
The Bible teaches that we're going to confront harsh realities. Well, some of you will say, well, it won't happen to me, but it will sooner or later, because there comes a time when we all suffer. But in the midst of whatever it is, Christ is with you if you know him. He said, peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. There's the peace of God if you have peace with God. That's yours. Christ is with us in the midst of our troubles and our difficulties and our hardships.
We can tell you more about the unshakable peace that God offers you at findpeacewithgod.net. Findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
The Republic Tigers have taken the field. We're getting set here for Cardinal baseball this afternoon on a bright, sunshiny day here in Republic. I would venture a guess temperatures in the low 80s. Not much of a breeze. Cardinals dressed in their reds, tops, and gray pants. Tigers in an off-white cream color uniform with some black trim. If you're watching the video, you don't have to adjust the coloring. We are on an all-natural surface here today. One of the first times this year I can remember. Of course, a couple away games I didn't make, but real dirt, real grass, and see if the Cardinals can put some good baseball on this playing surface. A couple more warm-up tosses here from the Tiger pitcher. We'll run a couple other numbers around here. 8 times this year the Cardinals have scored in the first inning, and 12 different times in the 16 games they've been the team that has scored first in the game. They've out-hit their opponent on 10 different occasions, 8-2 in those games. March, a record of 1-5, not something that they wanted, but here in April they've rebounded and are 7-3 in the month of April. We go through the West Division right now, some of the records. Willard, best overall record at 16-4, Neosho 14-4, Carthage 10-6, Republic 10-9, Webb City in there at 8-8, Joplin 5-11, and Parkview 0-12. As we get set here to begin the ball game, Andrew Young will step in there.
Leading off the Cardinals center fielder, number 6, Andrew
Young from his customary left side. As McCracken gets set to deliver the first pitch. Turned on and grounded out to second. Up with it is Pilkington, over to Murray, and one pitch, one out as we get started here at Republic. I just heard the announcer say it was only 76, so I guess I was a little off with the sun beating down here on the back of our heads as we're up here on top of the concourse. Carson Myers, first pitch swinging, comes up empty for strike one. The next pitch from McCracken, breaking pitch on the inside corner for strike two. For the Tigers, it's Overstreet, Davis, Pilkington, and Murray around the infield. Ellison, Fleetwood, and the brother Overstreet in right field. Lashley is behind the plate. And the 0-2 pitch from McCracken, fastball, popped up and will find its way out of play back and over the screen here behind the plate. 0-2 the count. McCracken working quickly, pitches. Curveball swung through and missed. And Myers goes down on strikes. That'll bring up Brock Renfro, first baseman today. Renfro batting .354 on the year. Has 17 hits. Watches the first pitch miss inside for ball 1. He scored 10 runs and driven in 11. The 1-0 pitch here from McCracken. He's going to be lifted out into right field. Coming on hard is Overstreet, and he can't make the catch. That's going to be down for a base hit. So an excellent chance out there by Jackson Overstreet. That's who's in right field. Come in, made a diving attempt, just not able to corral it. The first hit of the day here for the Cardinals, which will bring us to Luke Beverlin.
And once again, Brock Renfro extending his on-base streak.
Got out of the way early today. Beverlin drives it out to shortstop. A backhand there, toss over to second, and that'll put the Cardinals half inning to end. After half an inning, we're scoreless. You're listening to the Webb City Cardinals on the KNEO Sports Network.
Price Family Insurance and Financial Services has been caring for clients since 1990 and is still here to take care of all your insurance needs, from auto, home, business, life, and health insurance to group health insurance for businesses, plus financial services. To find out more information, call the dedicated team at Price Family Insurance and Financial Services today at 417-673-8338 or stop by and see them at 100 South Main Street in Webb City. You can also learn more online at pricefamilyinsurance.com.
None of us wants our most secret conversations revealed. We don't want the curtain pulled back on things we've said over the phone, yet God knows every word we say and every thought we think. The Bible tells us the secrets we've whispered in the dark will someday be proclaimed for all to hear. On that day, we will each be held accountable. However, Jesus died to help us, to purge the record of every person who asks Him for forgiveness. To learn more, call 888-NEED-HIM or chat with us live at needhim.org.
Half of the first, stranded that runner. Mason Young on the mound, finishing up his warm-up tosses. The defense today, Epler at third, Strickland, Bird, and Renfro on around the infield. In the outfield, it's Myers, Young, and Beverlin left to right. Bard behind the plate as Mason Young has one or two more tosses left to go. The shortstop for Republic, Ryder Davis, will lead off, as they're going to give Young two more pitches here. We'll remind you of some of our sponsors today: Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Burpo Family Chiropractic, Arvest Wealth Management, Snodgrass Collision Center, Missouri Southern State University, Webb City Booster Club, Dairy Queen of Webb City, and the NWA Naturals. Bard tosses it down to second. Young has the ball back, steps up on the mound, and Ryder Davis approaches the plate to lead off the home half of the first inning. A high sun here. You see several fielders holding your gloves up, trying to get a gauge of where that sun will be, as it is up and over the third base line, so it's going to be your right side of the infield and your right fielder that's going to have the most trouble. First pitch from Mason Young misses inside for ball 1. Davis batting .350 on the year. Young throws a 1-0 pitch. This time catches the outside corner. 1-1 the count. Young peers in, shakes off one sign. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be on the outside corner once again, strike 2. 1-2 the count here to Davis as he leads off the bottom half of the first. Young off-speed pitch. Got away from him just a little bit. Went behind Davis. Bard with a nice stab back there. 2-2 the count. Young lifts the leg and delivers. Right down the middle, tapped slowly out to third. Up with it is Epler across the diamond, and they got the out as Renfro snags that throw. Epler had to charge that ball hard, not hit extremely hard, and on this artificial grass, slowed down just a little bit. Nevertheless, out number one. That will bring Brennan Overstreet, third baseman today for the Tigers, to the plate. First pitch from Young, grounded out towards second, and just past Hudson Bird into right field, and the Tigers have their first base hit. So one on here with one out. Jackson Overstreet, the right fielder, now stepping to the plate. He'll bat from the right side also.
At the plate for Republic, 1 on and 1 out. Right fielder number 14, Jackson Overstreet.
So Brennan Overstreet leads away from first. Jackson Overstreet at the plate. The first pitch from Young, forthcoming, and it hit him. So now the Tigers have two on. That pitch got up and in and stayed up and in. So the Tigers with both Overstreets on base. Isaac White, the designated hitter, cleanup hitter, will step in there now. Brennan Overstreet leads away. Young throws outside, ball one. Young trying to work around a little bit of a jam here in the top or in the bottom half of the first. He's set at the belt and now delivers. Right down the middle, swung over and missed. 1-1 the count. Middle infield looking for a double play. The corners, normal depth. Young gives him a look and now delivers. This time stroked into right field. It's going to be down. Beverland moving over and picking it up. They're going to try to score Brennan Overstreet. Jackson Overstreet will pull into third. And this time the Republic Tigers score first. It's now 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Runner still at the corners as the pitcher, Preston McCracken, will come to the plate. Chance to help himself out a little farther here. Waves the bat waiting. Young has the sign he likes. And the first pitch here to McCracken is over but low, ball one. Young shakes off the first sign from his battery mate. And now the 1-0 pitch. Going to be tapped it out to short. Backhanded there by Strickland, but no play as he was deep in the hole, would not be able to throw anybody out, and the Tigers end up with their second run. So not hit extremely hard, but just in the right spot. Tigers with a quick 2-0 lead, bringing up Cooper Pilkington, the second baseman.
At the plate for your Tigers, second baseman number 3, Cooper Pilkington.
Young appears, looks in, and delivers. He's going to catch the outside corner for strike one. The 0-1 pitch, curveball, missing outside. 1-1 the count. 2-0 here early in the first inning. Cardinals have 1 out, but the Tigers still have 2 on with 2 in. The 1-1 pitch. That's going to be a strike. So now Young ahead in the count here. Really kind of looking for a strikeout at this point just to get to out number 2. Shakes off that pitch. And the 1-2 offering from Mason Young. Breaking pitch going to be lifted out into left center. That's going to drop, and Young is going to reach over and grab it, but 1 run's going to score, and they're going to hold up McCracken at second as Pilkington doubles to left center. So waited on that curveball and lashed it into left center field. It's now 3-0. Nolan Lashley, the catcher, bats next. Young still working from the stretch. The first pitch here to Lashley. Fastball up and away for ball 1. Three runs on 4 hits here in the bottom of the first for the Tigers. That pitch over for a strike, evening out the count 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from Young as he peers in to get his sign. Comes set at the belt. Pulled, fouled, just past third base. Strike 2. Flirting with extra bases right there was Lashley, but just a little too quick on the swing. A new baseball out to Mason Young. McCracken at third, Pilkington out at second. The 1-2 pitch from Young to Lashley. Fastball, a swing and a miss, and Young gets out number 2. Cannon Ellison, the left fielder, steps in there. The 8th hitter of the inning. He will hit from the left side. Young trying to limit the damage right here. The first pitch to Ellison. Off speed, Ellison waves that and misses. Strike 1. Oh, and 1 the count. Here to Ellison. This is going to be flared out to left, and it's going to coming on is Myers. It looked like he had a chance, but Myers tracked it down. Out number 3. The Tigers come up with 3 runs here. They lead it 3-0 over your Cardinals. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
The Webb City Booster Club is proud to support Webb City student athletes. The Booster Club works with parents, community volunteers, and businesses to enrich the experience of Webb City High School athletics. They would like to encourage anyone interested in making an impact on our student athletes to consider joining the Booster Club. If you are an individual, family, or business and would like more information on joining the Boosters, you can stop by the Booster trailer that is at all Cardinal home games, or you can find them on Facebook at Webb City Athletic Booster Club. Webb City Booster Club wishes all their athletes an amazing year. Go Cards!
Singing is my career and my calling, but I'm also a mother of 4.
And as entrepreneurs, we weigh the cost of every decision.
Medical bills are no longer a worry for our family, so I can focus on my calling.
And our family.
Joining Christian Healthcare Ministries was one of the best decisions we ever made. We're the Blair family, and this is our CHM story.
Choose your doctor without network restrictions, all at an affordable price. Enroll anytime at chministries.org/enroll.
Republic, your Cardinals with some work to do as they trail 3-0 as we get set for inning number 2. Mason Young will get a chance to lead off here. The Tigers got 3 runs on 4 hits as they stranded 2 runners, sending 8 men to the plate here in their first inning. Cardinals, a base hit of their own in the first, but was unable to move him.
Proudly supporting the Cardinals is Baker Davis Roderick CPAs. Baker Davis Roderick provides payroll, bookkeeping, and bill payment services for churches and small businesses. Baker Davis Roderick is located at 920 East 15th Street in Joplin. For more information, call 417-782-0829 or online at www.bdrcpas.com.
And a reminder, you can also download the KNO iPhone and Android phone app at kno.org. The KNO iPhone and Android phone apps are sponsored by the Webb City Booster Club. McCracken has finished his warm-up tosses. Mason Young strides up to the right side of the box as he gets set to lead off the second inning here for the Cardinals. Batting .262 on the year is Mason. 11 hits on the year. He has got 2 doubles among them. Looks at the first pitch for a strike. 0-1 the count. Young back in there. McCracken working quickly. Fastball low and away. 1-1. Barrett Weller would be next, followed by Hudson Bird. The 1-1 offering from McCracken. This is going to be drilled past a diving Davis at short, out into left field, and Mason Young earns himself a base hit. Barrett Weller, the designated hitter this afternoon, walks up to the plate as we have a runner here for Young. I believe that's Hoffman, now out there to run. The first pitch here to Weller, a curveball for a strike.
Curtis Surrender at first base for the Cardinals.
Weller adjusts his gloves, now steps back in as Hoffman leads away from first base. A throw over to first, not in time as Hoffman gets back in there and all of a sudden has a little dirt on his uniform. Weller looks at his play sheet for the correct codes. 0-1 the count. McCracken delivers a curveball that misses. That evens out the count 1-1. Weller a deep breath. Now he steps back into the box. McCracken and the 1-1 pitch. Weller chased a high fastball and came up empty. 1-2. Hoffman over at first, running for Mason Young, who just singled. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball, Weller couldn't hold up, and he'll go down on strikes. Tried to check his swing, but ain't able to. Hudson Bird now up there. Hudson trying to break a little slump here of late. Been making good contact, just can't find the open green space. First pitch he sees. Inside for a ball. 1 on here with 1 out in the top half of the second inning. McCracken from the stretch. Fastball for a strike. 1-1 the count here. McCracken gives a look over to Hoffman at first. Now set. And the 1-1 pitch. Off speed, stays inside. 2-1. Curveball didn't bite enough. 2 balls and 1 strike. Upstairs with the fastball, 3-1. Hudson with a good eye. Has drawn nearly 10 walks this year. I think he's at either 8 or 9. A 3-1 pitch. McCracken throws that one right down the middle for strike 2. So now 3-2 on Bird. Hoffman down there at first as he leads away. McCracken delivers. This time Hudson chases the ball down low for strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts here for McCracken. Bryson Bard, the Cardinal catcher, steps in there now. First pitch he sees, breaking pitch down in the dirt. A nice stop there by Lashley. Ball 1. McCracken shakes his head yes. And delivers. Fastball away, 2-0. Cardinals may need to be just a little bit patient here. As McCracken has shown a little bit of wildness, but has always come back to get him 2-0. And this one catches the corner for strike. 2-1 the count here to Bard. 2 outs in the top half of the second inning. This time tapped right back up the middle, and it's going to find its way for a seeing eye single out into center field as he just took it right back where it came from. And now the Cardinals have 2 on with 2 out. And now it looks like, hang on just a second, we will get you the runner here. Is somebody's come in to run for Bard.
That's Talon Haslip.
Braden Strickland, the number 9 hitter, in there now as the Cardinals have 2 on, 2 outs. Pitcher McCracken with a fastball away for ball 1. Strickland the shortstop this afternoon. Tries to continue the inning. And this time he slams it out to right, but right at Overstreet. That would be Jackson Overstreet out there. Puts it away for out number 3. The Cardinals get 2 hits. They strand 2. And after an inning and a half, it's Republic 3, Webb City nothing. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
And back here in Republic, Cardinals trail the Tigers 3-0 as they come to bat here in the bottom half of the second inning.
Snodgrass Collision Center is honored to serve the area and support our local schools. Located at 1604 East 4th Street in Joplin and specializes in complete body and frame repair, 4-wheel alignment, and paintless dent repair. Snodgrass Collision Center, 781-7774, proud to support the Webb City Cardinals in tonight's game. Also some other sponsors: Reeves Tire and Automotive, Papa John's Pizza of Webb City, Who Hot Mongolian Grill, Price Family Insurance and Financial Services, along with the Big Nickel, ProLube Maintenance Center, Madison Pet Clinic, Roderick Insurance Agency, and Baker Davis Roderick CPAs.
Carter Murray, the first baseman for the Tigers, the number 9 hitter in the lineup, leads off the home half of the second as the Tigers hold a 3-0 lead here over the Cardinals. Mason Young back up on the mound. And he opens this inning with a pitch that's lifted off the hands, out towards short, running over Strickland, and he puts it away for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Very good start here to the second inning. Back to the top of the lineup. Ryder Davis grounded out to Epler. A little slow tapper to lead off the home half of the first. Young waiting for Davis to step in. Now everybody's ready. But he shakes off the first sign and likes the second. And the fastball is going to be lifted into left. Going back on it is Myers. Still going back, and it's off the fence as Ryder Davis is going to pull into second base with a double off the left field fence just in front of the scoreboard in deep left field. So I'm going to say guessing fastball away. He got it. And he stands out there at second base. Brennan Overstreet. Single to right, his first at bat. Scored the first run of the day. Young back to the stretch. Delivers here to Brennan Overstreet. Change up, foul tipped. Strike 1. Oh, and 1 the count here to Brennan Overstreet. Brennan, the younger of the Overstreets, a sophomore. Young, off speed, cued out to first. Renfro's going to pick it up and run to the bag. That'll be out number 2, but on the play, Davis is going to move up to third base. Young now with 2 outs here in the inning. Faces Jackson Overstreet, who he hit back in the first inning. And then he was able to come around and score. Jackson, the senior part of the Overstreet duo. Young still pitching in the stretch. Davis at third. Off speed and over for a strike. Trying to work around a 1-out double here. Young back up on top of the hill. Set at the belt. Lifts the leg. Off speed again, and Overstreet took a swing at, couldn't reach it. Strike 2.
Those are 2 really good off-speed pitches back-to-back, and I think what stands out with that is Mason, he looked a lot more relaxed when he was throwing those, whereas a few of his off-speed pitches before, he kind of looks a little tense, and whenever he does that, tends to go wild.
The 0-2 pitch, another breaking pitch. Overstreet just got the end of his bat on and cued it back here to the backstop. Count remains 0-2. Yeah, to your point early, the curveballs were staying up and in as he just wasn't snapping over and pulling down on the curveball. Oh, 0-2. 2 outs here in the second inning. This time he goes to a fastball, and Overstreet unable to connect. Strike 3, and the second inning comes to a close. After 2, it's Republic 3, Webb City nothing. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
You know, my friend Matt and I have been best buds since the second grade. You see, Matt has lived a pretty rough life. His dad just got up and left when he was 6. His mom got cancer when he was 14. And his girlfriend basically dumped him for no reason. But you know what? There's something different about Matt. You see, he's not mad at the world because of what happened. He goes to church and he says that we weren't made to do this alone. I want what he has. Do you? Call 1-888-NEED-HIM.
Naturals return home tonight as they begin a 6-game homestand with the Tulsa Drillers. It goes through Sunday, April 27th. For ticket information, visit nwanaturals.com, a proud supporter of high school baseball on KNEO. And it's the Will Hedrick inning, and over to my buddy Will.
Andrew Young will lead things off. Back to the top of the lineup, the Cardinals go as they look to try and put a dent in the scoreboard. First pitch to Andrew. He's going to lay down a bunt, a good one. McCracken's going to get it, but he's going to beat him on the throw. And Andrew Young is going to be out even with as much speed as he has. McCracken with a stronger arm. Coach Doning, though, I think he might want to give it a chat.
I'm going to guess the only thing he's requesting is if he made sure his foot was on the bag, because I believe that throw got there pretty good as McCracken very quick off the mound, getting the even quicker Andrew Young by a step.
And unfortunately for Coach Doning, he's...
Well, no, I take that back. This is it's a pitching rule that, if I understand it, if you start, it's something that they've changed. If you start with your foot sideways on the rubber, you're not allowed to step back a rocker step like you see, say, in Little Leagues. You have to work your way back or forward, not sideways. Everybody's satisfied now as the first pitch to Carson Myers is high for a ball.
The 1-0 pitch to Myers. He's going to chase a high fastball, and it'll be a swing and a miss. It'll even the count at 1-1. McCracken working fast. He's in his windup and the delivery. A curveball up and in for ball 2. Going fast is McCracken once again. That one, he yanks a fastball. It'll push the count to 3-1. Moving quickly once again, McCracken in the windup and the delivery. A big swing and a miss from Myers, and that'll run the count full.
A little late on that fastball was Myers, as McCracken got a little giddy up on that fastball.
The 3-2 pitch. He's going to walk him on the 6th pitch of the at-bat. Cardinals will have, I believe that is their 4th base runner.
First walk of the day they have taken.
And Brock Renfro will return to the plate. He had a single to right his first time up. The first hit of the day for the Cardinals. Just 1 of 2. That pitch is going to be hit right at the second baseman, and Myers is going to get doubled up. Maybe, yes, he will, as he led too far off of the bag. And the second baseman with a nice easy throw over to first base to end the inning for the Cardinals. They go 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Back here in 1 minute, you're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Proud to support the Cardinals and serve the Webb City and surrounding areas is Madison Pet Clinic. Located at 1631 South Madison in Webb City, they specialize in pet surgery, wellness exams, and vaccinations. Open Monday through Friday 8 to 5:30 and Saturday 8 to noon. Madison Pet Clinic is a proud supporter of the Webb City Cardinals. 673-2455 or online at madisonpetclinic.com. Go Cardinals!
Papa John's Pizza in Webb City can satisfy your hunger cravings before or after the game. Stop by and pick up one of their specialty pizzas, like the Works, the Meats, or the Barbecue Chicken Bacon. Don't forget to grab a side order of breadsticks or Papa's Wings to top off your order. Papa John's Pizza in Webb City, 417-673-7272, or order online at papajohns.com or through the Papa John's app. Go Cardinals!
Cardinals. Roderick Insurance Agency has served the area since 1945 and is located at 108 North Main in Webb City, offering insurance plans including auto, home, business, and more from a variety of companies. For more information, 417-673-1242 or online at rodrickinsuranceagency.com. And supporting the Webb City Cardinals is Webb City Florist and Greenhouse. They offer flower bouquets for all occasions, birthdays, anniversaries, and funerals. Find out more at Webb City Florist and Greenhouse at 417-673-3780.
The ball being tossed around the infield eventually makes its way back to Mason Young on the mound, who will start his third inning of work. After a rough first inning from Young, he came back with a strong second. Only gave up one hit, and that was a double off the fence. Didn't give up any runs. He'll deliver the first pitch to the batter, Isaac White. It's on the outside part of the plate for strike one. White had a single back in the first inning, came around to score that third run in the first. The 0-1 pitch to White. That one's going to get yanked outside, get past the catcher Bard to the backstop for ball one. Mason Young working a little bit slower than McCracken does. Takes his time getting on the bump, and now he'll deliver the 1-1. That one, a big swing and a miss for strike two. A fastball right down the middle. It'll be a 1-2 count on the designated hitter, White. Young now starts his windup and the 1-2 delivery. There it is. It'll be a hit into left field. That'll be down for a base hit. The sixth one of the day for the Republic Tigers. Now stepping up to the plate, the right-handed batter, McCracken. He had a single back in the first inning, got stranded at third. The first pitch to him, a big swing and a miss on the outside part of the plate, was the pitch for strike one. Young now working from the stretch. The 0-1 delivery, McCracken calls time though, as Mason was taking his time. Preston McCracken wanted a quick second to reset things. Young on the mound, he shakes off that call. Now he likes this one. Still taking his time on the mound. Now here's the 0-1. This one's going to be fouled back into the parking lot. If you park back behind us, every time a foul ball goes back over your head, you have just a little shock and hope that hopefully the ball doesn't hit your car. We get a little shock back too. Hopefully nothing has to come back flying towards us. The 0-2 delivery, that one's going to be a breaking ball that got away from Young. It's going to head to the backstop, and White is going to move up into scoring position at second base.
Will mentioned those cars in the parking lot looking for safety. His is one of the closest ones, so he keeps looking over there as that ball heads over the right fence.
Yeah, well, I've got a fence right in front, so anything low, I'm protected.
The line drive, you're fine. Mason Young asking for a new baseball now as he's getting back up there and getting set.
It's a 1-2 count on the pitcher, McCracken. Young now, he comes set, checks back on the runner at second. The pitch, that's outside for ball 2, evens the count at 2-2. Another thing about foul balls, if we get one back here, we kind of got to put our bodies on the line. This is some expensive equipment that we don't want to get broken. The 2-2 pitch to McCracken, a big swing and a miss, a pitch on the outside part of the plate that he chased. He will be struck out, just the third one today for Mason Young.
I'm not sure his bat was long enough to reach that as he was chasing something that was moving away from him.
Seemed like he had already kind of predetermined that he was going to swing at the pitch. Maybe he was expecting something different than what Mason gave him. Nonetheless, it'll be the first out of the inning. A big swing and a miss on that pitch for the new batter, Cooper
Pilkington.
Pilkington.
You almost want to put a G in there, don't you? It's Pilkington, not Pilkington. Pilkington. He doubled his first time up.
Mason now taking his time. He'll deliver that one. Pitch a little low and away for ball number 1. Evens the count at 1-1.
A little change up there, and ball come in a little slower than the fastball.
Pilkington, the second baseman, he's the one that ended last inning for the Cardinals at bat with that line drive right at him. 1-1 pitch. That one's going to be hit high and foul right over the parking spot with no car in it.
There's a little low spot there where the water drains, and I'm sure that ball come back looking a little darker than when it went down there as they get that mud off of it.
The count is 1-2 on Pilkington. He waves the bat now. He comes still. And the pitch to him. That one's going to be ripped into left field. Myers is going to watch it go over his head. One runner is going to score. The ball goes to the fence. Myers will throw it in. The runner scores easily. And Pilkington will cruise into second base for a stand-up RBI double.
Back-to-back doubles by Cooper Pilkington. Nolan Lashley struck out swinging his first time.
Lashley, the catcher for the Tigers. He comes to the plate with only one out and a runner still in scoring position. First pitch, that one's going to be hit over the screen and foul territory back behind us.
Either that or it made it onto the softball field. I'm not sure where the depth is on that, but softball field just sets right off the left field line here at Republic.
The sun moving down. Me and Tim here are almost in the shade completely as the press box here to the left, giving us just a little bit of shade from the sun. The next pitch, that one's going to be hit over the head of Bird at second. He was leaping for it. Beverlin is going to throw it in. The runner will be head up, I can't talk. Held up at third base.
Didn't hit that one hard, just a little humpback liner over the top of Hudson Bird.
Wasn't hit very hard. Unfortunately, the ball didn't have any drop to it. It was hit up in the air, and it just kind of stayed there and floated up over the head of Bird. And now we're going to have a mound visit from the Cardinals pitching coach.
Sponsors today include Express RX and Webb City Body and Soul Transformation, Nick Meyer CPA, Crowder College, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Burpo Family Chiropractic, Arvest Wealth Management, Snodgrass Collision Center. The Northwest Arkansas Naturals are home tonight as they begin a 6-game homestand with the Tulsa Drillers. It goes through Sunday, April 27th. For ticket information, visit NWANaturals.com, a supporter of high school baseball on KNEO.
The chat still going on, and now it's finished.
Coach Luber making his way back to the dugout. So far, Republic has got 4 runs on 8 hits as they continue to bat here in the bottom of the third with only 1 out.
Cannon Ellison, the left fielder, will come to the plate for his second at bat. Batting from the left-handed batter's box. He flied out to left field his first time up. Gets in with an open stance. He waves the bat pitch, almost gets away, but Bard able to jump out to his left and snag that before it went to the backstop. There's a significant amount of room behind home plate, so any pass balls, most runners should be able to score fairly easily. The next pitch to him, up and away for ball 2. Next pitch to Ellison, that one just a little too far inside. Ball 3. Ellison now probably has the take sign here as it's a 3-0 count. Pitch to him, that one, that's going to be on the outside corner for strike 1. Maybe a little bit of a mercy call from home plate umpire for strike 1.
This will be Mason's 50th pitch here.
The 3-1, that one's going to be hit out to center field, ball curving to the left, it'll get down. Andrew Young chasing it, 1 runner will score easily. Runner heading to third, they're going to hold him up. That's Lashley, and Ellison is going to have himself an RBI double.
Back to the bottom, number 9 hitter Carter Murray.
The 5th run of the game for the Republic Tigers. They lead 5-0 with 9 hits, and we're going to have a quick chat between our catcher Bard and Mason Young.
You can download the Canio iPhone or Android phone app at canio.org. The Canio iPhone and Android phone apps are sponsored by the Webb City Booster Club. We'll also take this moment to remind you that the game against Carthage has been moved up both by 1 day and 1 hour, as it will now be played tomorrow afternoon at 3:30 at Webb City due to some impending weather forecasts.
What Mason Young needs right here, with 2 guys on, both in scoring position, you need a strikeout, really. But at this point, you'll take any out that you can. First pitch to Murray. That one is going to be low and inside for ball 1.
Looks like the Cardinals are, nope, now they're moving in. I thought they were conceding the run up the middle, but they're bringing all their infielders in at the edge of the grass.
The 1-0 pitch to the left-handed Murray. He will take it outside for ball 2. Cardinals just looking for any out that they can get. The 2-0 pitch to Murray, that should be in there. It is for strike 1. Three straight hits by the Republic Tigers. The 2-1 delivery. Big swing and a miss, strike 2. Count evens out at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lashley is down at third base. Ellison, a good lead over there at second. The 2-2 pitch. This one's going to be skied into center field. Andrew Young running back. The runner will tag as Young catches it. Runner will score easily. Ellison decides not to tag. He will stay at second. But an RBI sac fly by the first baseman, Carter Murray. And Republic returns back to the top of their lineup with Ryder Davis, who had a stand-up double to left field his last time up.
So now matching the 3 they scored in the first with 3 here in the third. Tigers a 6-0 lead.
The first pitch to Davis, a curveball on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Tigers leading 6-0 after this 3-run third inning. Another curveball, that one just a little bit too far outside for ball 1. Ryder Davis awaits the 1-1 pitch from Mason Young, who is starting his windup now and delivers. That ball inside as Davis had to dodge that one. The count will go to 2-1. Wind has picked up just a little bit, blowing towards left field a little bit. That one's going to be ripped into left field. They're going to wave the runner in. Myers is going to pull up and throw, cut off by Epler. And the throw to home is not in time, and that'll be an RBI single by Ryder Davis. Ellison came in from second base. Coach was sending him all the way. I don't believe the throw would have had a chance even if Epler didn't cut it off.
And with that, Coach Doning will make the long walk out to the mound. We'll hold for just a second as this may be for a pitching change since he's the one making the trip. 7 runs now on 10 hits for the Tigers. And that will be all for Mason Young. See who they call to the bullpen as it's behind the dugout. We haven't seen a number come out of there yet. And it looks like that may be Austin Miller. We'll get his number.
We'll confirm that as soon as he turns around.
Turns around here.
I believe I see a number 2, so we can cross number 2 off the list.
That's going to be Austin Miller. Let's take a 60-second break. You're listening to the Webb City Cardinals and the KNEO Sports Network.
A pastor friend in Chicago taught me one difference between religion and a personal relationship with God is the way they're spelled. That's right. Religion is spelled D-O, he said. Because in every religion in the world, you've got to do this or do that in order to please God. Christianity, however, is spelled D-O-N-E. Because when Jesus Christ was stretched out on that cross for you and me, his last words continued to echo through the pages of time. It is finished. Finished, done, completed. You see, that's what Christianity is all about. And that's what God's love is about. Do you want a personal relationship with Jesus Christ? Then call us today at 1-888-NEED-HIM. That's 1-888-NEED-HIM.
As Austin Miller is being called upon here. Mason Young will stay in the game and take over at third base.
The Cardinals just need 1 out to get out of this third inning.
This is I believe the 6th game that Austin has appeared in. Is a 4.2 ERA. He has pitched 6 innings, giving up 8 hits over those 6 and striking out 8 in those appearances. So Miller being called upon here to quell the uprising as Republic has found a way to put 4 on the board here in the third inning.
Brennan Overstreet, the third baseman, will come to the plate as soon as Miller is done with his warm-up pitches. And as Tim said earlier, Mason Young will stay in the game. He'll just move on over to third base, where he is accustomed to playing. Cohen Epler will take a seat. And Overstreet will now settle into the batter's box. Ryder Davis over at first base. Pitching from the stretch is Miller. And we'll see his first pitch. That one's going to be grounded over to Strickland, who's going to just scoop it up and run on over to second base. One pitch from Austin Miller ends the inning for the Republic Tigers. They stranded one, but not before they scored four. They lead 7-0. Cardinals have some work to do. They will come up to bat here in the top of the fourth. Back here in 1 minute, you're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
Republic, your Cardinals trail 7-0. Sponsors for this broadcast include Missouri Southern State University, Webb City Booster Club, Dairy Queen of Webb City, the NWA Naturals, Big Nickel, Pro Lube Maintenance Center, Madison Pet Clinic, Roderick Insurance Agency, and Baker Davis Roderick CPAs, and once again, my buddy Will.
Well, the Cardinals have some work to do here in the top of the fourth inning. They trail 7-0. Webb City has just 2 hits to Republic's 10. Luke Beverlin will lead things off. McCracken returns to the mound. First pitch to Beverlin on the inside part of the plate for strike one. McCracken working quick, a curveball. That's going to be in there for strike two. McCracken has a very good curveball that has gotten the Cardinals leaning multiple times today. The 0-2 pitch to Beverlin. That curveball was a little bit high and outside. It'll be ball one. The 1-2, there's a curveball, got Beverlin swinging up over the top of it, and that'll be another strikeout for the pitcher McCracken. His 4th of the ball game.
Now batting for the Cardinals, third baseman, number 25, Mason Young.
Mason Young now returns to the plate. He has the second hit for the Cardinals. He got his hit back in the second inning, just a single. He swings through that first pitch for strike one. He waves the bat, now settles in. The 0-1 pitch from McCracken. That's it on the outside part of the plate for strike two.
McCracken pitching like a pitcher with a 7-run lead. He's just getting up on the mound and firing strikes at you and seeing what you can do.
The 0-2 pitch, that one's going to be high and right at the face front of Mason Young. Young is going to put his hand up for time, make sure McCracken can't quick pitch him at all, which he's been going pretty quickly all game long. Mason Young will step out because McCracken stepped off and make sure he got the right call. Now here's the 1-2 pitch, a big swing and a miss. Mason Young swings over the top of that one and strikes out. Back-to-back strikeouts by the pitcher McCracken.
And with all that, Will catches his lineup cards as they start to fly away. So not only can he call a game, he can catch a piece of paper as it drifts away off the table.
Well, when you're in the radio business, you got to be pretty good at multitasking. And right there, you can show off a little bit, catch your papers as they fly off the table, and still call a ball game. Batting now for the Cardinals, the designated hitter Barrett Weller. First pitch to him was outside for ball 1. Second one was just a little bit high for ball 2. He struck out his first time to the plate. The next pitch, that one a curveball outside part of the plate, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike on Barrett Weller. Back-to-back strikeouts by McCracken. That next pitch on the outside part of the plate and low, ball 3. A 3-1 count on Barrett Weller. McCracken moving quickly. The 3-1 pitch, and he will walk Weller.
It's the second walk of the day that the Cardinals have drawn off McCracken.
Batting now, Hudson Bird. He struck out his first time as well. I believe he was the only one in yesterday's ball game to not reach base. First pitch to him was low for ball 1. Weller now stands on first base, gets his lead. McCracken working from the stretch now. The pitch to Bird, it gets away from the catcher. Weller's gonna head down to second. The catcher, Lashley, he slipped on the grass, couldn't grab the ball cleanly, so no throw down to second. Weller reaches there standing up, and it's a 2-0 count on Hudson Bird. The pitch to him, that one, outside corner, strike 1. A runner in scoring position, just the second time for the Cardinals today. They've had a guy on second base. Haven't had anybody reach third yet. That pitch is going to be hit high and foul over. Hits the pavement, bounces over all the cars, and rolls down the hill. You could kind of hear a little disappointment from the Republic dugout. I think they're looking for a call or a ball to hit a car. That one's going to get blooped right back up the middle. It's going to go through the second baseman's glove. They held up Weller. I don't think they were expecting it to get past the second baseman. He may have been able to score if they realized. Unfortunately, they did not, and that'll be a base hit from Hudson Bird. It looked a little weird. I thought that ball was going to roll into center field. It didn't. It hit.
Yeah, it looked like he hit it harder than that. It just kind of died out there as it got over the pitcher's head. Now we're going to have a little gathering over there at first base. Hudson Bird indicates maybe he might have tweaked something there as he was running down to first.
He's going to take a little stroll down the line, see if he's okay, moving a little slowly on his jog. I believe
they're going to leave him in.
They're going to leave him in, and Coach Doning, he's going to take his time moving across the diamond back to third base. The Cardinals have runners on the corners. First time they've had a runner on third base today. That's Barrett Weller. And batting is Bryson Bard, the catcher for the Cardinals. He'll see the first pitch, a curveball outside part of the plate, strike 1. 0-1 is the count on Bryson Bard. The next pitch to him, that's going to be in there, strike 2. Bard finds himself down in the count quickly. No balls and 2 strikes.
Single to center, his first time up.
The wind picking up just a little bit. That one gets past the catcher. Barrett Weller's going to come home, but the ball bounced back to the catcher. McCracken couldn't get to the plate in time.
I don't think he broke quick enough to cover that, and that allowed the runner to come home as that fastball only went about 58 feet.
Republic got a fortunate bounce as it bounced off the concrete wall behind home plate. That ball is going to get hit high and back behind us. We'll redo the 1-2. Hudson moves up to second base. First Cardinal run of the day. They now trail by 6. That pitch is going to get away from the catcher once again. Bird is going to stroll over to third. And the count evens out at 2-2. On Bard, the Cardinals now threatening a little bit here with 2 outs. The next pitch, that one fouled back to the screen. Staying alive is Bard. Braden Strickland waits over in the on-deck space. Next pitch is going to come in high. The count runs full. Here's the windup and the delivery. That ball, he's going to get rung up. A pitch on the outside part of the plate. Bard thought it was a ball. Umpire says otherwise. The third strikeout of the inning for McCracken. We will head to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Tigers lead 7-1. We'll be back here in 1 minute. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic. Once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
Every Sunday from 4 p.m. to close, it's Student Night at Huhat Mongolian Grill in Joplin. Students of any age can bring in your valid student ID and receive 25% off your grill meal. At Huhat Mongolian Grill, you can always enjoy a vast selection of fresh vegetables, plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Huhat's mouth-watering signature sauces. Huhat Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Range Line Road in Joplin. More information online at huhat.com.
Northwest Arkansas has returned home tonight as they begin a 6-game homestand with the Tulsa Drillers. That will run through Sunday, April 27th. For ticket information, visit nwanaturals.com, a proud supporter of high school baseball on KNEO. And a reminder that you can always follow along with live stats on most games as you log on to webcityhs.statbroadcast.com to follow along on an opportunity when you can't listen or view. Austin Miller will begin his first full inning of work as he came in for a relief of Mason Young. And with that, the Tigers will send Jackson Overstreet to the plate. 0 for 1 on the day. He has scored a run as he was hit by a pitch back in the first and scored. And then he struck out swinging in the second. Miller pitching from the stretch and throws that one about 57 feet. Ball 1. So the Cardinals get their run with a walk, a single, and a couple of wild pitches surrounded by those 3 strikeouts last inning. The 1-0 pitch, Miller misses outside. 2-0.
A good job by that fan right down below us, pointing out there was another ball on the field. They get that taken care of.
The 2-0 pitch, this time over for a strike. Webb City 1 run on 4 hits. The Tigers 7 runs on 10 hits. Both clubs have left 4 men on base. Bottom of the 4th inning here in Republic. Shot down to first base off the bag and over the glove of Renfro. and pulls up short down the right field line, which will allow Jackson Overstreet to get into second base with a double. So some tough luck there for the Cardinals as Renfro was making a play on the ball, but it hit the bag and bounced into the outfield. Isaac White, the designated hitter, will step in there. Perfect 2 for 2 on the day with an RBI, a single to right, a single to left, and he has scored twice. 7-1 Republic. First pitch from Miller, low and away for ball 1. Miller back up on the mound. Jackson Overstreet away from second. The 1-0 pitch pulled foul past the third base bag, evening the count out at 1-1. One ball, one strike the count to the designated hitter. Miller comes set. The 1-1 pitch. This one's going to be lined back up to second and out beside this outstretched arms of a diving Hudson Bird, and that'll fall harmlessly for a base hit into the shortest of shallow center fields. So that one not stung hard, but basically placed in a perfect spot. Runners at the corners here for the Tigers.
And we've seen that already a couple times. Tigers not hitting the ball hard, and Cardinals, I mean, just one outstretched glove away from making a play, and they just can't.
Sometimes that's baseball. You just got to hit it where they ain't, and sometimes they're almost there. They've either hit it extremely hard or just kind of found a way to find the green. First pitch here to McCracken, and he's going to drill this into left center, and it's going way back, and it's going to take at 2 bounces up to the fence. Jackson Overstreet to score. They're going to send Isaac White all the way around from first, and he's going to score. McCracken stays at second with a double. Tigers now lead 9-1. So here we just said they hadn't hit a couple of balls very hard, and he just got all over that one.
Well, I know we were talking off air, and I'm sure anybody watching the stream right now, you can see that Republic has quite a big field. The gaps in both left center and right center are huge. And I mean, if you hit one in that gap, even though McCracken hit that one pretty high, there's just not enough room for the Cardinals to get over there and get under it. We're having a mound visit from Coach Doning. Brings in his infield. It looks like he's talking to all of them, not just the pitcher, Miller.
Well, the flip side of that is it's a big field. We can't quite run it down, but it's also holding them and making them have to at least hit it twice to score a run. It's not finding itself over the fence for a home run. So 9-1 here for Republic. The mound visit is over. Cooper Pilkington, 2 doubles on the day as he's doubled to left center and to left, drove in 2, scored a run. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. 9-1 Republic. Miller remains the pitcher. And this pitch outside for ball 1. Want to know the count to Pilkington as Miller comes set at the belt and delivers. This one held on to just a little bit too long, outside for ball 2. Doesn't appear to be any activity in the bullpen that I can see from here, although it is kind of hidden behind the dugout. The 2-0 pitch from Miller to Pilkington. This time a fastball right down the middle as he was taking all the way, it appears. 2-1. McCracken out there at second. Tigers already with 2 runners in this inning. This pitch tapped out to third. Young comes up with it, and he's going to drop the ball as he attempted to make a play on McCracken going behind him. So a bad base running opportunity for Republic gets rewarded as Young drops the ball trying to make the tag. And here will come Coach Doning, and I think he's asking if he stayed in the baseline. But from our vantage point, it looked like he did. We'll give an error to Young for dropping the ball.
Well, Tim, and that's exactly why right there, whenever you go to tag somebody, you squeeze the glove, and then with your other hand, you take your hand and you close it. That way, whenever you tag them, there's no way for that ball to squeeze out. And Mason, whenever he went to tag him kind of with the back of his hand. And so when he slapped McCracken, that ball got pushed out.
I'm sure Coach Plotner had something to say to McCracken. Is the cardinal rule is, I say the cardinal rule, the rule of baseball is ground ball in front, you stay put. He should have never been going to third until he saw that throw from Young being made, because he was out. If Young was just a little quicker, had a little longer arm, we still have a conversation here on running in the base paths, but we're not going to win that argument. Tigers now 9 runs on 13 hits on the day. Webb City 1 run on 4 hits, and now have committed the 1 error.
Well, I think that's why Coach Doning is arguing for as long as he can. I mean, he's down by 8 runs. He's got to do everything that he possibly can to get his team back in the game. And of course, we already know he's trying to fight a losing battle. This is one that he's not going to win. Unfortunately for coaches, you're not going to be able to convince the umpires to change their call. You can certainly plead your case, but it's not going to end up very good for you.
A reminder that the Thursday game with Carthage has been moved up both by 1 day and 1 hour. It'll be played tomorrow at 3:30 at Webb City. If the weather holds true through the weekend, we'll have 2 games at home with Miami, Oklahoma, and Fort Osage coming to town before the Cardinals go on the road next Tuesday, as they will travel to Willard and then be back home as that finishes out the April schedule. And May 1st, we'll be at home with Parkview. So Coach Doning has rested his case. Back to the dugout. Nolan Lashley to the plate as this game now turns 90 minutes old. Miller's first pitch here as the runner takes off from first. They're going to throw through, and Pilkington's going to steal second. And that moves both runners into scoring position here. As Pilkington now down there at second, McCracken over at third. 1-0 the count to Lashley. Infield, in on the grass. This one pulled foul over towards the Tiger dugout. 1-1 the count. Miller looking for an atom ball, something hit right at one of his infielders, or even better, maybe a swinging strikeout. 1-1 the count. Miller delivers. This one's going to be drilled into left field. Myers going back. It's over Myers' head once again up against the fence. That's going to clear the bases as both Lashley and McCracken score in front of the double off the bat of Lashley. (11-1) now in favor of the Tigers.
And now, no matter what, from here on out, next inning, when the Cardinals come up to bat, they have to score a run to keep this game going, as the rule is 10 after 5. That's the mercy rule.
Ball 1 here to Cannon Ellison.
Miller just looking for any out that he can get. There's still no outs in this inning. And there's a swing and a miss from Ellison. Republic leads 11-0 and still threatening. Or sorry, 11-1 and still threatening. They've got 14 hits. That pitch, a nice breaking pitch that died at the last second, got Ellison swinging over top of it. Strike 2. Lashley down at second base. Here's the pitch. That one a little too far outside. Ball 2.
11-1 here as Republic has exploded for 4 runs here in the 4th inning. 1-2 the count to Ellison. Swinging and coming up empty, but the ball gets away from Bard, tossing down to first. And they're going to call him safe as he was unable to get the ball down there in time, as Bard unable to corral that swinging strike 3. So a strikeout, but able to reach on a wild pitch. Ashley moving to third. Carter Murray would be up next, as we're going to have another pitching change here, it looks like. We'll hold it just for a second. 11-1 the score here, and there will be a pitching change. Let's take a 90-second timeout. You're listening to the Webb City Cardinal Sports Network on KNEO.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
Reeves Tire and Automotive knows cars are how you navigate through your busy lives.
Professionals will ensure your car is reliable to get you and your family to your destination. We provide competitive pricing and quality work on tires, wheels, oil changes, brakes, suspensions, alignments, and vehicle maintenance, all necessary to ensure your vehicle is ready to go. Family owned and operated for over 39 years, you will receive friendly, honest service, so get rolling with Reeves Tire in Joplin, Webb City, and Carthage.
Webb City Cardinal fans, did you know there's a local, knowledgeable, friendly pharmacy conveniently located at 101 West Doherty in Webb City? We are Express RX of Webb City. And the best part is we can save you up to 90% on your prescriptions from the big box stores. We make it so easy to switch. Plus, we offer free convenient services such as free delivery, drive-through, and free pill packaging. So come by and make the switch today. And go Cardinals!
Coming to the mound as he's going to take over here for Austin Miller. The Tigers have 5 base hits and a strikeout wild pitch, as all 6 batters have reached base here. They have scored 4 times and still have runners at first and third. Carter Murray, the number 9 hitter in the lineup, 0 for 1 on the day. A sacrifice fly, his last at bat.
Cardinals still looking for an out, any out. If they can get one on the ground here and maybe get a double play, that would be huge.
A strike, snap throw to third on a double steal, or on a steal, as they attempted to throw behind Lashley at third. Ellison gets the stolen base.
Well, you can cross the double play out now. Unless there's...
We can get a line out double play. Murray, a 1-0 count. Outside once again for ball 2. Oh, it's 1-1, excuse me. They must have called the first pitch a strike as the umpire is helping everybody out here and letting him know that it's 1-1. That pitch missing down low, 2-1. Two and 1 the count. Here to Murray. Inside, ball 3. The top of the lineup would be next. Three and 1 the count here to Murray as Piet delivers. And this one's going to miss and load the bases. Ryder Davis, 2 for 3 on the day with a double and an RBI. Only time he's made an out was he grounded out to the leadoff the first inning and then has double to left and single to left. 7 consecutive batters have reached here for the Tigers as the Cardinals are still searching for that elusive first out here in the 4th inning. Piet delivers at the dirt, but Bard knocks it down, ball 1. Middle infield playing back, the corners are up. 1-0 the count. This pitch out into left field. Myers moving over. We'll put it away as Lashley's going to tag up and try to score. A good throw from Myers, not quite in time as Lashley slides through with run number 12. So a good effort there by Myers to try to cut down the run. Batter number 2 in the lineup, Brennan Overstreet. Now to the plate. 1 for 3 on the day. Single to right, grounded to first, and rolled into a fielder's choice. Has scored a run. 12-1 here. The Tigers lead. Piet's off-speed pitch lined down to Mason Young and over to second, but throw gets away from Bird out into right field. Beverland will pick it up and toss it in. And the Cardinals almost had what they needed, but they still have 2 outs now here in the inning. So 2 outs. Runners on first and third now. Overstreet. Jackson is up there, and he's going to lace that out into right center. Ellison's going to score. Murray's going to move over to third, and they're going to hold him right there as Overstreet pulls in with a double. Six runs here in the inning for the Tigers as they now lead 13-1. Isaac White to the plate. Three for 3 on the day is White. First pitch to him inside. Bends him over in the middle a little bit. 1-0. Two outs here in the 4th inning. Piet gets a called strike on that one at the knees. 1-1 the count to Isaac White. Piet set at the belt. Breaking pitch, a called strike on the inside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Six runs here for the Tigers in the 4th inning. This pitch driven out to center. Andrew Young drifts back a few steps, raises the glove and pulls it in, and this inning finally comes to an end. But the Tigers put up 6 more runs. They lead your Cardinals 13-1. We'll be back with the top of the 5th. You're listening to the Webb City Cardinals and the KNEO Sports Network.
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic. Once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
When you buy an airline ticket and something unexpected comes up, you can use that ticket at another time, but you can't give it to another person. You can't fly in someone else's ticket. Well, the same goes for God. See, there's no way that you can get into heaven on someone else's ticket. God says each of us will give an account of himself. Jesus paid your way into heaven when he died on a cross for every wrong thing that you've ever done. Call 1-888-NEED-HIM. That's 1-888-NEED-HIM.
Your Cardinals need a couple of runs to keep this game going as they trail 13-1 here in the top of the 5th inning. And for that, they will send up Braden Strickland, Andrew Young, and Carson Myers as they try to figure out this right-hander from Republic, Preston McCracken, who has held them to only 4 hits over the first 4 innings. The 1 run via a couple of wild pitches by himself. Braden Strickland, 0 for 1 on the day, flied out to right in his only at bat, back in the 2nd. Leads off the top of the 1st. Or I'm sorry, leads off here in the top of the 5th. The first pitch here from McCracken, fastball for a strike. Strickland climbs back in there. McCracken quickly into the windup. Another strike on this, time on the outside corner. 0-2. Back to the top of the lineup. If anything happens here, he taps this out to short. Davis comes across and throws him out. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Andrew Young, 0 for 2 on the day, has grounded out to second and was out on a bunt. The pitcher made a nice play on back in the 3rd inning. The first pitch to Young. Low, ball 1. 1-0 count here to Andrew Young. He's going to push this out to left field, but the left fielder Ellison comes in and makes a sliding catch on the glove side for out number 2. So Young flirted with a base hit. Ellison just a little better on defense.
And with the wind blowing out that way, that ball started to slice and curve right at him, and he actually kind of had to turn back to his right in order to catch it, which he did.
Carson Myers, 0 for 1 with a walk. Strike on the outside corner. The Cardinals down here to their final out. The 0-1 pitch off the end of the bat. Foul to the screen. 0-2 the count. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Myers, up and over his head for ball 1. As McCracken probably overthrew that just a little bit. The 1-2 pitch this time swung on by Myers. He comes up empty. The toss down to first will complete the out, and this ball game will come to an end. The Cardinals drop a tough one here, 13-1, to Republic. We'll be back in 3 minutes with the postgame show. You're listening to the Webb City Cardinals and the KNEO Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Cure those school night blues and save money at the same time. That's right! Bring the whole family to Who Hot Mongolian Grill in Joplin every Tuesday from 4 p.m. to close, and kids 10 and under eat free with a purchase of an adult grill meal. Enjoy all you can eat on a selection of fresh vegetables plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Who Hot's mouth-watering signature sauces. Who Hot Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or Cookie Dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City, open daily from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Proud to support the Webb City Cardinals.
You know, my friend Matt and I have been best buds since the 2nd grade. You see, Matt has lived a pretty rough life. His dad just got up and left when he was 6. His mom got cancer when he was 14. And his girlfriend basically dumped him for no reason. But you know what? There's something different about Matt. You see, he's not mad at the world because of what happened. He goes to church and he says that we weren't made to do this alone. I want what he has. Do you? Call 1-888-NEED-HIM.
So Maggie, just to be clear, this personalized RVest blueprint tells us literally when we can retire with a plan to get there?
Yep. Whoa, that's
helpful. Very helpful.
Retirement planning made easy. RVest Wealth Management. Ready to help.
Back here at Republic, your Cardinals fall 13-1 to the Republic Tigers. That breaks a 12-game winning streak that the Cardinals held over the Tigers. And the first win the Republic has had here since 2011 over Webb City. For the Cardinals, 4 hits today, 1 each from Brock Renfro, Mason Young, Hudson Bird, and Bryson Bard. The only run scored was Barrett Weller as he reached on a walk, came around to third on a single, and then a wild pitch allowed him to score. For Republic, 15 hits on the day, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 doubles as they knocked the ball all over this expansive ballpark here in Republic off of 3 different Cardinal pitchers today, as they just couldn't quite get the out. As if they didn't hit it hard, they hit it so soft that it just barely found the green grass outside, stretched gloves. And so a little bit of tough luck, but Republic made a lot of their own luck as they swung the bats really well today. As I said, 15 hits. The Tigers got 3 runs in the first, 3 runs in the fourth, and put it away with 6 runs in the fourth. The final line score, Webb City 1 run on 4 hits. They committed 2 errors. Republic 13 runs on 15 hits. They did not commit an error. As I'm not sure we'll get Coach Doning up here as he's still visiting with his players down there. We'll get some final thoughts here from Will on his view of the game.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you go back to your keys to winning. You wanted a good quality start out of Mason Young, and then you wanted your defense to make the plays when you needed them to. Unfortunately, you didn't really get either one of those. Mason was struggling at times, throwing some wild pitches, and then unfortunately for him, anytime he put one in the zone, it seemed like they hit a stand-up double out to left center field. And of course, you also had a few errors as well from the Cardinals. You had some missed throws, some drops on some tags, and then a few other just kind of minor things that you don't really see on the score sheet. But overall, I'm sure Coach Doning not too happy with the offensive side either. Not a lot of hits, not a lot of base runners, just couldn't really get anything going. And that's all credit to Republic. They've gotten an outstanding team, an excellent pitcher. They've got a lot of great hitters. Just about, I think everybody in their lineup reached base multiple times. So that's just credit to them and their coaches.
A reminder, we'll be back on the air tomorrow for a 3:30 game with Carthage as they come to town a day early, and that game will start at 3:30. So the Cardinals at home tomorrow, get 2 games at home on Saturday if the weather holds out as they attempt to wash this game away. So the Cardinals fall to 8-9 on the season. Republic moves to 11-9. Cardinals now 0-1 in conference play. So that's going to wrap it up here. For Luke Taylor back in our studios, for Will Hedrick, this is Tim Workman. You've been listening to the Cardinal Sports Network and KNEO. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network.